Welcome to Aha Math and Science. Well, it's time for a summary of the past week's market. So as you can see here, for the week, all the major indices were in the red, and they were roughly down about 1%. And then the VIX jumped. So it basically, almost like 10% jump. And now in this chart, I have also added another low, which is the 10-year treasury yield. This is a very important signal, which we can get a lot from this bond market signal. And for the past week, the 10-year treasury yield added about 23 basis points. That's a lot, which in terms of percentage, it's about 6%. So that's a huge jump, and this signal is very notable. We're going to discuss about this in a little bit. So first, let's take a look how the SP 500 performed over the past week. As you can see here, after a green week, the past week was in the red, and now the SP 500 closed at about 43.98. So basically, it kind of taken back half of the gain it got in the previous week. And so we are still kind of far away from, a little bit away from the sort of like our target, which is around 45.40. This is basically kind of the shoulder of this head shoulder pattern. But look, actually the market action on Thursday and Friday, it seems like we may be too optimistic. So let's take a look and see if this 45.40 target is still reasonable. And so this is the action of the price action of SP 500 on Thursday, July 6th, and then on Friday, July 7th. So as you can see that on Friday, initially during the first half of the day, it was quite positive. So it will try to kind of recoup the loss that it got on Thursday. And indeed, it was able to actually kind of almost get to the low of Wednesday. So in a sense, it kind of tried to kind of close this gap down. So this gap down was basically happened at the beginning or at the opening of Thursday. So it was able to kind of try to make to the low of Wednesday. And now what's really bad is during the afternoon, it just kind of turned around, and then without any rebound, it just kind of went straight downward. So, and I get to a level about 43.97. Now that actually kind of interesting, because that's exactly kind of the top of June 29. So that is basically kind of like you can think about this is try to again retest this high, and in a way that it kind of also close this gap one more time. Well, here you can see already kind of retested and try to close this gap up. So this is the gap up from last Thursday to that it had at the opening of last Friday on June 30th. So in a way that this going up and coming down, these levels are exactly kind of try to close the gap down, and then also close the gap up. So in a way that essentially it's not kind of give us anything new. So perhaps we can see like the market is undecided. Just look at this price action from this 5-minute chart of SP 500. But on the sort of longer time frame, we point out this kind of comparison between this recovery, which is this blue curve here, when the market bottomed on October 12th, and with all the other recoveries that the market had after a bear market. We found a very strong similarity between this current recovery and then the recovery of the market after the 2000 bear market, and then after the 1987 bear market. These are the dates when the market bottomed. So we plot this kind of relative performance, and we found this similarity. And what is notable is that you can see that right around here, for the 2002 bear recovery, there's a correction. So the correction started about 175 trading days from the market bottom. And now for the current cycle, we are about 185 trading days. So we are really kind of in this window. And there's also a correction for the 1987 recovery. And that correction happened around 225 trading days. So in this window here, we are really kind of entering a kind of a correction territory. So a correction could happen anytime. So that's basically what we can read from the SP 500 chart. But now let's actually take a look what the bond market is saying. So we found that the signal that the bond market, the 10-year treasury yield give us is very interesting. And we have been talking about this chart a lot. This chart kind of shows us the correlation between the 10-year treasury yield, which is the candle plot, and then also this purple curve, it's the last 2000. So prior to the bear market, which is beginning of 2022, these two things are kind of positively correlated. So whenever the treasury yield is up, the last 2000 also went up. And then after the start of the bear market until like October 2022, in this window, you can see they are negatively correlated. When the yield is going up, the market is going down. And when the yield is going down here, the market went up. And so this is really kind of interesting. But since October 2022, you can see this are kind of become positive correlated again. So yield has a bump here, and then the Russell 2000 had a bump. So now the yield is winning up, is going up. Then you can see the Russell 2000 is kind of almost like tracking the yield. And what is really notable is like the past week we point out the 10-year treasury yield kind of broke out to the upside. And on this week we have another jump in the 10-year treasury yield. So that really kind of confirmed this breakout. So if that positive correlation still holds, we suspect the small caps, the Russell 2000 is going to rally very strongly in the coming weeks. So that's one of the sort of really kind of interesting signal we can get from the bond market. Now let's also take a look at this chart, which we've been also tracking, quite some time. This is the ratio of the Russell 2000 to the SP 500. So just kind of plot the ratio of the two prices, and you can see that, since this low of 0.4133 on March 18th of 2020, you can see pretty much it's being kind of had a big bump here, and now it's really at this support level because we have drawn support level from the low of March 18th, 2020 to the recent lows. And then on Thursday, July 6th, we can see that it almost tests this support level. So edge went to 0.4176. So really at the support level. And then on Friday, it jumped. So it looks like this support level is real. And the fact that then, it did not only kind of break this support level is a very good indication that we suspect this ratio is going to it's the kind of bottom, and we are kind of really at the beginning of this trend is going to kind of turn around and start going to go up. So with that in mind, we can actually take a look at the charts of the larger caps versus small caps. And so the small caps was kind of stuck in this range, this trailing range. So if the Russell 2000 is going to start going to go up and very strongly, and suddenly the SP 500 probably is going to also be able to kind of go up, maybe at a slow pace. So the SP 500 may kind of slowly go up to the 4540, and then the Russell 2000 may rally strongly to get to about really kind of the top of this range, and then you go further up until it kind of tests perhaps also the high around like March 2022. This is around like 2100. That will be our target for the small caps, the Russell 2000. So basically, looking at the charts of this past week, for the SP 500, it's really kind of mixed. The market is kind of undecided. We cannot really get any information what SP 500 will do next. However, looking at the bond market, basically the 10-year treasury yield, and also the ratio of small caps to large caps, we really kind of had a sense that perhaps the small caps is going to really kind of rally strong in the coming weeks, and then we'll break out this trading range and then go further up. And then at the meantime, as the larger caps represented by SP 500 may kind of consolidate a little bit, and then slowly kind of marching high to this head the shoulder level, which is around 4540. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and find the information presented here interesting. Your support really kind of means a lot to this channel, and I really kind of appreciate all the support you have provided and give me the motivation to continue to make videos and to share my insights with you. So please do not forget to click the like button and also to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Thank you for watching.